Hi everyone, I'm JD from Willowbound Journals, and today I have a chatty video for you while I make some journals in the background. I shared these journals a little while ago on my channel where I showed how I chose the pages for them, and in this video I am now going to arrange the pages. There are 5 in the collection, and as you can see they are floral themed and they are also color themed. So this is the pink one, and I thought I'd just give a bit of a life update and book update. Since last time, I'm happy to report that I am fully recovered from that illness that I was mentioning the last time I did a chatty update. So I've been able to work again and dance again. The week that I was sick, I was pretty much bedridden, and I didn't do any of my dance classes. I had to cancel my creative workshop that I usually run, and I was literally just kind of curled up in bed and couldn't even read or watch movies because I was just in a lot of pain. But yeah, I'm fully recovered, fully recovered. Although things have gotten so busy these last couple of weeks, I guess because of, getting ready for Christmas and the end of year. Things always seem to get so busy in November and December, and those months just fly by. And I've also been very, very busy working on my book. I am so excited. This week, a test print of my book arrived from the American printers. And oh my goodness, it was a very exciting moment opening up the package and going through the book page by page. There were a few pages that I just needed to fix up. So I spent many hours on the computer going through every page and just tidying things up. And I had to do that 3 times because I have got 3 separate copies of the book, one for the American printers, one for the Australian printers, and one for the PDF ebook version. So yeah, by the end of it, I was just like, I need to get off the computer. My eyes are going funny. But I think we're pretty much good to go now. I have ordered a second test print, and it is on its way to me. So that should arrive maybe Tuesday or Wednesday next week. And I'm really hoping that's the final one. In fact, I've kind of gotten to the point where even if some of the pages are still not perfect, I'm just going to call it done, because at some point you just got to stop and release the thing into the world, right? And not let perfection stop the process. So I'm trying to just let it be, and it's something that I can embrace, where things don't have to be perfect. It can be good enough. In fact, I didn't have to go through each page and fix up the ones that I thought needed fixing up, because I've actually been showing people this test print and they've been reading it, and it's all been fine. Like, it's all been readable, and everyone has commented on how they like the fact that it's very visual and that every page is different. So honestly, I could have probably just let this version of the book stand. And I don't know, I was originally going to be like, even if 80% of the pages are good and only 20% a bit blurry maybe or a bit dark, I would just leave it and I would send it into the world. But when I got it back, I was like, but I can still fix up this one page here, or I can make that page less blurry, or I can brighten that page. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to change them all. My hope is that when I get the second test print, I haven't ruined it. But I do have a solution for that. If the second test print is worse than the first test print, I have saved a copy of the first test print before I made all the changes. So if I'm not happy with the second test print, I am going to call it done with the first one, since now I've tested it with actual people physically reading it, picking it up, going through the pages, and that has been a really wonderful experience for me, getting all their feedback. one lady was pointing out all of her favorite pages and just saying how it was so deep, and how she's going to buy 2 copies, she said. And another person, she said that reading my book was like painting her heart a different colour, and a colour that she never knew existed. And that's how she described how the book kind of gave her a different perspective. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. And it's just been wonderful getting all the feedback. But what I mainly did was tidy up all the photos. The photos were all a little bit on the blurry side. So I went ahead and in all 3 copies, I replaced all of the photos with the digital versions, so that they'll all be very crisp. Well, I hope they are. When I printed out the second test print, I can check if they're all really crisp. But again, I thought, handing out this book to everyone, they might be like, oh, I can't read that page, it's too blurry, or that page is too dark, or that photo is a bit weird, what's that photo of? But no one said anything, and everyone has only just said lovely things. So I was like, oh, okay, that showed me the test print is actually okay as it is. And even I was saying how, when I showed someone, I said to them, it's a bit imperfect, there's imperfections in it. And they were like, yeah, but we all are imperfect. And they kind of liked the fact that it was imperfect. And I love that, because I love that this book reflects the imperfection, which is sort of a meta way of presenting one of the lessons of just embracing imperfection. And if I am trying to share that it's okay to embrace imperfection, then I need to model that with my own book, right? And I mean, in some places I have intentionally left imperfections as well, but they were actual intentional decisions. For example, how Keanu is a part of my crafting life, and he drapes himself over my desk and walks over my creative process. His fur is part of my book. So you might see Keanu fur on some of the pages, and I'm okay with that. I kind of like it, in fact, because it shows that he's literally part of my book. Yes, his photo appears and his name appears in my book because he's given me so many lessons, but the fact that his actual fur is embedded in the pages of my book is, I don't know, I like that. I left some of the glue marks in my book. I was considering tidying them up and covering up the glue marks, but I thought, that's how I do things. I make things and I get glue happy, and it reflects my authentic lived life, my creative life of having cat hair and glue marks, So I was like, I'm gonna leave them in. And in some places where I left a smudge on the page, for example, like the ink hadn't dried and there was a smudge, I was going to clean it up, but when I gave the book to my sister to read, she was like, no, leave the smudges, because it makes it look more real. It makes it actually look like your journal. Because my journal pages, they do have the smudges there. So I was like very encouraged by that. I thought, okay, I'll leave them then. And that's what my heart was. I always say this, my book, I wanted it to reflect my journal pages as if you're getting the real thing. Because I mentioned this in the book too, how I feel like it's such a treasure when I get to read someone else's journals. Because it feels like I've been given such a gift where I get to see their vulnerability and who they really are, and this other side of them, and their bravery of letting me be able to read it. I don't know, I think that's such a beautiful gift and such an amazing treasure chest, being able to read people's journals and diaries with their permission, of course. So that's what this book is. It's like you're reading my journals. It's pretty much my journal entries combined for the last 3 or so years, distilled into the main life lessons, and arranged in some sort of narrative as well. So it tells a story. It's called Lamp in Dark Places. The subtitle is Finding Gems in the Struggle, and it's all about the things that I have struggled with and things that I've learned about life, faith, identity, and purpose. So I actually filmed a bit of a short and put that up yesterday, showing a quick flip through sneak peek of every page of of the pages of the test print. And I have gotten all your lovely emails and have compiled a list of all the people who are wanting a copy. So I can tell you that there will be there will be 3 options of ways you can purchase this book. For those overseas, there will be a print on demand option, because that will be cheaper for you, because it will be cheaper postage and it will be in your currency. So it'll be from a website called Blurb. So it's print on demand, and that's what my test print was from, Blurb. So I believe it's an American website, so it can be done in US dollars, which is perfect, because I know a lot of people who have emailed me are from the US. So I'm happy to let you guys know there will be a cheaper, more affordable option for you, a print on demand option. And anyone from overseas, Canada, Britain, Europe, you guys all, I think it will be cheaper for you to just go direct from the website. But you can always check with me. I am going through an Australian printer as well for my, of course, fellow Aussies. So the Aussie printers will be doing it all in advance. So basically, I'm thinking I'm going to get 60 copies printed, and then whoever pre-orders or puts their name on the list, you obviously get priority, and then it's just first in, best dressed for those 60 copies. And yeah, that's for Aussies to be cheaper for you. Now, for people who may want a more affordable option, there will be an ebook. And perhaps maybe for people who can't wait for postage, for shipping, there will be an ebook version as well, and a PDF. It will be sent as a PDF. But literally, my book that's printed from the Aussie printers and the US printers, it's from a PDF. So you're literally getting the book that would be printed anyway from one of the printers. And of course, you are most welcome to print it at home if you would like, and bind it yourself if you'd like. So yeah, just let me know if you're interested in a copy, especially if you're in Australia, because that's the one where there will only be 60 copies. The print on demand option, limitless. Anyone can buy that at any time. But yeah, if you want to let me know if you want to pre-order, if you're in Australia, or if you're overseas and you're just checking prices, comparing prices from the US option to the Australian option, feel free to get in touch. And if you just want to be notified of when the book launch is to be able to purchase, feel free to email as well, and I'll add you to the list, because I will email you directly so you know straight away. Because I know some people, of course, you can follow my channel, of course, and find out from when I published a video launching the book, but some people, might miss it. It might not come up in your notifications for whatever reason, or just you're busy that day and you might miss it. So if you definitely don't want to miss the launch day, feel free to email me. Yes, email me. I'm getting myself confused. My email will be down below. So yes, please email me, because that's how I can email you back. I was like, you can just leave a comment. No. I actually need your email address so I can hit reply and notify you through your email. So yeah, that is the book update. It's getting so close, you guys, so close. If I'd just been okay with the test print, and I could have had it ready, published this week. But no, I was like, I can make this better. I can make those photos crisp, and I can make that page a bit brighter. And I really hope I haven't ruined it and made it worse. But anyway, we'll see how we go. And the other thing is, I have got everything all sorted with the Aussie printers. I just need to get a test print from them as well. So yeah, we'll see how we go. What else? Life update. So I haven't actually been able to craft much or work on journals or film much for my channel recently, just because I've been working on the book. literally I'm spending full days just working on the book and nothing else. So it's been quite intense, but I'm happy to put in the time and effort and work on it. And then once it's done, I'll get back into my crafting and journal making and all of that. So that is my Chatty update. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. A huge thank you to my beautiful patrons who supported me in the month of October. I appreciate you so much. You allow me to do what I do here on YouTube, making journals, teaching journaling courses, and running workshops. If you would like to support Willowbound Journals, you can become a patron by clicking the link down below in the description box, or you can also support my channel by becoming a member of my channel by clicking the join button. So that is where you get access to member videos, and all patrons also get access to member videos over on my Patreon. Patrons also get access to the journal making videos, as well as printables each month, and the Ruby patrons get access to every single printable kit in my Etsy. There are mail tiers as well, where I send goodies to you in the mail. So hopefully there is something for everyone who would like to support Willowbound Journals.